Many times, as time goes by, rust stains start to appear on the washing machine's frame. In particular, these rust stains tend to concentrate in specific areas of the washing machine, namely just below the detergent drawer. So, right here, as we can see on this model. Additionally, in many cases, rust also forms on the lower part of the washing machine's frame, especially in the right and left corners, and even on the back side. As we can see in this case as well, this formation of rust is clearly unsightly. And now quite often you may notice that various types of small dirt such as dust also tend to accumulate and build up in areas of the washing machine that are hard to reach, which overall gives the washing machine a rather unattractive appearance. In some cases, this even leads people to replace the appliance and buy a new one. However, we advise against this practice and instead recommend restoring the product by dedicating a bit of your free time. To do this, we will need a few tools. In particular, for this task, we need to have a drill or a screwdriver available, as well as some brushes that are specifically designed to remove the rust that is present in these particular areas. Then, of course, we will also need a screwdriver or a drill, whichever is more convenient, to carefully remove the front panel of the appliance, and finally, a can of white appliance paint to finish the job. This will help ensure that the repair is both effective and looks good. On the market, we can find spray cans that are either heat-resistant models or standard ones. In this case, we will use a standard spray can, because in these areas the washing machine is not exposed to significant heat. Therefore, this type of spray can is suitable. We should also use an anti-rust substance, because once we have removed the rust from this part of the washing machine, so in any case, in the areas where rust is present, we should apply this anti-rust substance. However, in this case, we will not apply it, but it would also be strongly advisable to carefully do this important anti-rust step to prevent the paint that we are going to apply from being attacked by rust again over time, which would recreate this same issue. Furthermore, we need a mask to avoid inhaling the substances that will be produced during this process, and gloves to protect our hands from the paint or from any splinters that might occur during the work. We will also need a steel wool pad to clean all those parts of the washing machine that have gotten dirty. Thank you. So wherever there might be traces of small substances, we will now proceed. Therefore, let's begin by carefully removing the panel in order to access this part. Next, we will move on to the cleaning phase, making sure everything is thoroughly cleaned. Finally, we will paint the areas that we have worked on. First of all, let's remove the drawer. Thank you all so much for being here today. I really appreciate it.